Good
Okay.
morning, sir. Please start.
So right now it's 10:15. So I think we need to start. That's what I feel.
Okay, sir. Please start.
Hmm? So we have given 15 minutes delay. So I think it's better to start. So once again, very good morning to all of you. So at the outset, I would like to wish you all happy Lori or Uttarayan, as it is also being referred to as in Gujarat, Rajasthan, Makara Sakrat in Bihar or Jharkhand, Kicheri in Uttar Pradesh. It is being celebrated as Magh Bihu in Assam or northeastern states, Paush Sankranti in West Bengal, Makara Sankranti and Makara Sankramana in Odisha and Karnataka, as well as Maharashtra and Madhya Pradesh. The festival is being celebrated as Pedda Pandayu in Andhra Pradesh, Pongal in Tamil Nadu, and Makara Vilakku in Kerala. So, with this short note, I would like to invite Mr. Ajaya. So, Ajay is going to discuss on how Modelica is being used in order to build up the tank model that we had discussed in the yesterday's session. So, with this short note, I would like to invite Ajaya to take over the session. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Desai sir. Okay, so good morning, everyone. I have shared a drive link in the chat. So that is for the model of Modelica, what you're gonna discuss right now. So I request everyone to download that zip file or RAR file and extract it.
Yeah, Mr. Ajaya, one participant has, I think he might have joined the session late.
Okay.
Uh, shall we paste the copy and paste the link once again for him?
Yes, I'll do that once again.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
Ajay, can all the participants turn on your camera, please, for a few moments so that I need to take a snapshot of the same?
Sure, sir.
May I request all the participants to turn on their camera, please? Yeah, I will take one more snapshot. Yeah, thank you.
So I hope there is no challenge in downloading that zip file. Everybody is able to extract it, right? So in that file, what I have given is a package for connected tanks. So from Open OM editor, you can directly open and go to the folder where you had extracted it, and then you can see a package. Similar to this, you'll have 3 folders and then a package. If you open it, so there'll be a small library called connected tanks. So what I have done is I have made a smaller version of the final or the ones what you guys had seen yesterday, the connected tank model. A smaller version of that I have given it here, a simpler version I can say. So you have components, and there are 5 components in this: a port, source, sink, tank, and a wall. And then there is an example, that is interacting tank with PLC. So this example is actually for the next session, where we'll be connecting the Modelica model to CodeSys. So now in this session, I'll just explain the components and how you can use it in the model itself. So what we'll do is we'll create a new example here. We have created a tank example. So how you use from a library, now we don't have to write any code because we already have the components. So you just have to drag and drop and connect them in series, or connect them in whatever the fashion we have to connect to make it a connected tank system or a tank system. So for a tank system, first thing, you'll have a tank. So I'll just drag and drop a tank name. I'll keep it as tank itself. So this is your tank. So when I'm talking about the tank, I'll just open the class and show it to you what each component, what tank model has. So it has one port as an inlet. If you hover over any component, it'll show what it is supposed to be. So here, if I hover out this, it says component port IP. That means input port. And then there's one more on the right side, which is output port. So these are the flow ports. So in this, what you're gonna say is water flowing from input to output with whatever pressure, flow, and temperature. And there are 2 real output ports. Those are to take out the values from the tank model to outside. So outside in the sense, now what we have done is in form of object oriented fashion, we have written the code. So that is in the way that we have already made the set of components as such. So whatever values you want to take out of those components, we give it as real port. And then when you use it on an example, you can directly take this port and then connect it to anything else you want to take it out. Either you want to show it here, or you want to take it to PLC or VR. So you just connect from here to here. So from the component level, you have ports as a real output. So real variable level value will be converted in real and then sent out from this thing. So here I have put out a image of a tank. So here in the diagram view or the icon view, you can put the images how you want. Yeah, any doubts? Okay. So this is a code of the connected tank model. So whatever port I have told that what is there in the diagram view, in the text view, you'll have the command line here. So connected tank component port dot IP, OP, real output level, volume flow rate, and then set of equations to compute the level, tank area, pressure, height, height in the sense the level per converted in terms of percentage, and then volume flow rate. So that is what is going out of the tank. So these are a set of simple lines of codes to compute those area, pressure, and these things. So water fluid is water as of now. So density of 1000 is taken. So I won't. I don't think I'll need to explain the individual line of it because it may not be significant for everyone. So the main purpose of this is a model or some model from the library. I have taken it out, and then now I'm going to connect them. So I have taken the tank out. Next, a source. So source is a water source in this particular example. So water is coming from a source to the tank, and then I just connect it here. So these tank parameters, say the tank dia, tank height, that can be set if you just right click on the tank, and then you can see tank dia, tank height. Row by default it is 1, so you'll keep it as it is. So tank dia, say I keep it as 0.5 meter. Height I keep it as 0.75 meter. This is the maximum height or the full tank design. And then click OK. So that will set the size of the tank. Now similarly the source. How much flow rate you want to keep in the source. Water from source to tank. So you have 0.05 meter cube. So whenever we write the code, we keep it in terms of SI units always, so that there's no confusion in terms of units. So if you see on the first line of all components, you'll have import SI equal to modelica.SI units. So for all the parameters, say height, area, pressure, volume flow rate, we take it from this standard library of Modelica of SI units. So units from there, we'll just take it as so an instance of that library is created in this model called SI. So then you just have to say SI dot whatever the parameter, height, distance, flow pressure, temperature, volume flow rate. So corresponding SI units will be taken for that variable. So here, if I say on the parameters or the in this, if directly you'll get this thing SI units without being given the exact unit for the same. You just have to import it. So V naught is the volume flow rate of the water which is gonna flow from source to tank. So that is 0.05. I'll just keep it as it is. Now we have the tank, inlet is done. Now outlet. So from tank, it should go to something, right? So before taking it to sink or some other collector, we'll need to control the flow rate or the level in the tank. So I put a wall. And then I connect it from here to here. So this wall, I'll show this again. This model has him again input port and output port similar to that of the tank, because again the ports will remain same. That parameters what we are passing from one module to other module are same, pressure, flow, and temperature. But here temperature remains same. There's no change in individual model on the temperature. We are basically looking for tank level and volume flow rate in the whole example. So I'll go back to wall. So wall has, so here an additional port is there other than what we already seen, that is a real input. So real input is a real value from an example or the external to that this module will give a real input to this module. So that is here wall opening. So how much is the percentage, how much is the opening of the wall in term with respect to in the range of 0 to 1. So 0 being wall completely closed, one being wall completely open. So that way the equation has been written. So that wall opening, what you'll get, it'll be from the real port, and then it'll be which is external to this module. So from outside, I can directly give a real value here, and then say this gives at the opening of this wall, so that every time I don't have to go inside this module and then set the wall opening and then come back to the example. So again, making it object oriented. And then one more port is there to take the feedback of the wall opening. So at present, this feedback doesn't make any difference. This is exactly same as that of the wall opening. What you give and then it goes out. But it is for when you are controlling this model from outside of Open Modelica, say by either VR or PLC. So that time you'll be able to visualize whatever value you gave as open wall opening from outside Modelica, if the Modelica model took it or not, or the Modelica model is running with that wall opening or not. So it will be for as an assurance, so that whatever wall opening you set has been set in the model. So that's why we take a feedback also. So similarly, wall opening also has some set of equations. So basically, to control the volume of flow rate from the wall, so this will control the volume flow rate which is coming out of the tank. Next, from here, we'll put a sink to terminate the water flow. That is, so even what is happening is from source, water will come, it will accumulate in the tank. According to wall's opening, outlet flow rate will happen from the tank, and it will go to sink and then accumulate there. So in the sink, we are not setting anything, and we're just making the pressure as 0 or ambient. So there is no pressure here. So the water flow rate from here, so this will be the high pressure side, and water will flow through this like this from left to right. So now I told you how to, that we'll need to give the wall opening, right? So that is done by a real expression. So in Modelica standard library blocks sources, there will be a port called real expression. So if you type in the search bar as real exp or real expression, you will be able to get it. You just drag and drop it here, click it, and then connect it. Save. So any doubt up till here? Whoever is trying able to connect these models?
Participants, any doubts? Are you able to follow what is being discussed right now?
So whoever joined later, do they have the link, or should I say it again? I think now there are more participants. Everybody got the link, right?
I think, Ajay, if you can post it once again, it would be, yeah.
Yeah, sent.
Yeah.
So I'll just, whatever I did, I'll just repeat once in a quick recap. So from the link, you have a RAR file, you extract it, and then you'll get a package. So that package you open from Open Modelica editor, that is OM edit editor. Here, open model, and then go to your folder where you have extracted it. You'll get this package, and then you open it. Then in the Open Modelica, you can see a small library called connected tanks. In that, you'll have two sub divisions, one for components and one for example. In the components, there are 5 components: port, source, sink, tank, and wall. And in the example, there's one called interface interacting tank with PLC, which example we'll be looking at in the next session. Right now, what I have done is I have created a new example called tank example. Empty model had opened, and then I have dragged each components, drag and drop. I have placed each component and then connected them in this fashion. So each of these components have a model written in this inside of them, all the equations, and then the ports. So these are in a fashion. All these components are written in terms of object oriented, so that they can be easily dropped in any of the examples and connected in whichever combination possible. So for now, in this simple example, there's only one combination possible. You can connect a wall internal here also and check, but I'll be going through one possible example where the water is flowing from source to tank and then to valve and to sink. So water from source will go to tank, get accumulated there, and then the outlet flow rate from the tank is controlled by the valve to the sink. So by valve opening, we'll control so that to maintain a level in the tank. So right now there is no control as such. So whatever we are doing is in terms of manual. So here what I've done is, if you just type real exp, that is real expression, in the model ka standard library blocks subdivision, another subdivision sources, you have something called real expression. So that I have dragged here and then connected to wall opening here. So from here, I'll be giving wall opening how much it is there. So I'll say 0.5%, sorry, 0.5, not percentage. So the wall opening is from 0 to 1, 0 being fully closed, 1 being fully open. So you have 0.5. I'll just save it. Now, if there any mistake or not, how do you check is you take the check mark. In this check mark, you should get 40 equations, so equal number of equations and variables. So 40 equations, 40 variables, and there shouldn't be any error in the message browser. So that then you have not done any mistake, and then everything is good. Now we can run the model. So I'll run the model. So I'll keep it for 100 seconds with an interval of 0.2, and then run. Yeah, so now the model has computed, and then you can see the results here. So I'll go to tank. So whatever parameters you have set, you'll be in the rectangular box. Whatever parameters or the variables which have been calculated by Modelica will be without the boxes. So if I go tank height in percentage, so now this has gone above 100%, you can see. So what it means that tank has gone overflow. So I had set tank wall opening as 0.5 here. So with 50% open on the wall, the tank will overflow. So I can see that I'll make it fully open and run it again. Seconds. So this way you can see the behavior of tank level with respect to wall opening. So how it will change. So
Hello? Hello? Ajia? Hello? Ajia? Hello?
Hello.
Ah,
Yeah. Sorry, sir. There was a power problem here in
uh,
office,
no problem.
so I'm not able to share my screen as of now. I have joined from phone, so another 5 minutes. This will be power. So for the time being, I'll join. I'll continue from phone itself. I'll just everybody could run the model, right? Any problems there?
Ajaya, we can ask any one of the participants can share their screen.
Sure, sure.
That can be done.
Yeah. Anyone can share their screen, and then they can run. They can show. They can run the model and see. So main agenda was the two. Now from a library, you have drawn, drag and drop the model, and then you have connected it. Then now behavior of the tank level with respect to wall opening, you are looking at it. So you change the wall opening, level changes.
So now I'm back in from Balai laptop, so I can share the screen. Is my screen
Okay.
visible?
Yeah, it is coming up. Yeah.
Okay. So here now, what I did was, before the interruption, I had changed the wall opening from 0.5 to 1. So now wall is completely open. Now you can see that tank level has saturated at 35%. So now tank here, source is continuously coming. So source is continuously sending out water. Tank level has from start, it had risen up to 33%, and then whatever is the additional flow is going out to sink continuously. So there, after 33%, there is no accumulation because there is continuously a flow going out of the tank. So it will it has saturated at 33.3%. So this 33.3% is 33% of the whole tank height. So tank height, what we had set was 750 mm or 7.75 meter. So now water level is 33% of that maximum height. So now what you can see is this output ports, what I had mentioned before, right? So that those are mentioned in the tank itself as so one is a tank. So if you go here and hover, it is a real output level. So that is here. So that is same as that of the height percentage. So difference between them, this level and that of the height percentage, is that level we can take it out of this directly just by connecting it to something else, any other component what we want to share the data later. But height percentage, that value which is there inside the tank model, which is not easily shareable. So that is the main purpose of using the real output. Similarly, the volume flow rate. So that is here, volume flow rate. So inlet flow rate I had given as 0.05. So at the end, outlet flow rate also matched the same thing. So that is nothing but volume out. So this is volume out, again, is the internal variable for the tank. This volume out is taken out by the real variable, real out port, as volume flow rate, so that we can take it out of the model and share it with some other modules in the later stage. So that's about making making a model object oriented, and you can take it how you can share the data, make the data available for sharing. Next, we'll see how we can share this data. So up till here, is there any doubt? Okay, so next is taking this model data to outside of OM edit. So how you do is that using OPC UA. So in the last session, when you had last session of Open Modelica, you had bouncing ball, taking it out from the Open Modelica to VR, where you had used a Python client to connect the data and then the VR, sorry. So similarly, here, for this model also, you can do the same by doing the interactive simulation. This model can be taken out values. So if there, so that the first session was only about this connected tank. So which I'll next session, which is of the codes, connecting this model to CodeSys. Which, if there are no doubts in the connected tank, I can continue. We'll start with the CodeSys session. That is the same. Continuing this from that session. So that is like I have merged both of the sessions. So it will be from this connected tank, taking out the variables to the CodeSys side. So shall I move ahead? Is there any doubts or any problems running this model? Any values you're not able to visualize? Okay, now what we can do is this. If you can go to the example, what was already there, that is interacting tank with PLC. If you double click that, now you can see it is similar to the example what I had shown here, but only thing is that I have taken it out and put some more ports. So this is how we connect it to CodeSys or the PLC. So what you do is that whatever variables you want to take it out, you give a common name. So here, real output level of the tank is taken out and given it as O tank level. So O tank level, that variable name indicates that it's an output from Modelica and the variable is tank level. So similarly, volume flow rate is O tank volume flow rate. So again, indicating that it's an output from Modelica, variable is tank flow rate. Same for wall opening feedback. And for wall opening, it's an input to the Modelica. So we have indicated it as I wall opening. So now for CodeSys, the variables which we can access is I wall opening, O tank level, O tank volume flow rate, and O volume opening feedback. So these 4 variables will be available in CodeSys, where you can visualize these 3 parameters and give set wall opening also. So now I will share the link for the CodeSys example. So this drive link, just download it. Before you extract it, there is an executable file in that which your antivirus may block it or delete it. So before you extract it, please disable your antivirus. If you are using a normal Windows 10 Windows security, I'll show it to you how to do. So when you download the files from that drive link, you'll have this CodeSys example 2 file. So before you extract it, go to your Windows security or the antivirus one, and then in virus threat protection settings, real-time protection, you keep it off. So for others who are using a particular antivirus, in that similar options will be there to switch off the real-time protection, so that when you extract the CodeSys example2 file, I can show you what it has. So there's a executable file called opcua client.exe, so which shouldn't get deleted by the antivirus. So the antivirus calls it as a virus, but it is not a virus. That executable is was created by me, so which does not have a signature. So that's why antivirus detects it as a virus and then deletes itself. So for the time being, you just disable your virus and then you can run it. Antivirus, sorry. And then you can run it. So after extracting, it will look like this. If there are any other problems while extracting, please let me know. I can assist you with that with the antivirus so that it won't delete this file. So you are able to open this, is what I'm assuming. So after you open this or extract this file, you have two files. One is executable file, which I'll be explaining what it does, and then the tank system. By the symbol, you can see that it's a CodeSys file. If you double click it, it will open the CodeSys file. So this CodeSys tank system PLC files, other than what I had explained in the last session, it has 3 or 4 additional sub-components under the application. That is, these 3 are global variables. So in PLC program or the main program, what you declare variables, those will be local to that of the PLC program. And then if you want to use it outside the PLC or access those variables using OPC UA, it might be a little challenging. So for is so that if you want to make the variables easily accessible from OPC server or Modelica model, what you do is you create a add object and create a global variable list. So what I have done is I have created the global variable list and given these names. So for this example, these names should be same, because similar names have been given in the executable file, which will be linking CodeSys to OpenModelica. So this from Modelica file, this is a global. So you can see here, it says where global. So these variables are globally accessible. So from OPC server directly, I can access this value or directly with this variable name, the values of this variable from OPC here. Yeah, somebody raised hand. Sorry, I lost. Who was it? Oh yeah, please tell me.
Hello, participant. You can turn on your mic and interrupt
Yeah,
Ajaya.
yeah, Jabinath sir.
Sir, no, sir. Sorry, sir. I have unknowingly clicked, I think so.
Ah, okay,
Sorry.
okay. So yeah. So as I was explaining, so this var global means that these variables with just this name. So the local variables are also accessible outside in the OPCA. Only thing is that every time you want to access it, you have to go inside PLC PRG and then access it. So in the visualization or in OPC UA server, when you access these variables, you have to call them as PLC PRG dot tank level. No, they're not just tank level. So the advantage of making the variable global is that with just this variable name, I can directly access the value. So one thing you can note that this variable name is almost same as that what we gave here in OpenModelica. So here for tank level, which was output from OpenModelica, I had given O tank level. Same variable in CodeSys, it will be I tank level, because for CodeSys, it is an input from Modelica. So it will be I tank level. So these name other than I and O should be consistent in both places. So these I and O are specifically written from where to where to identify the data flow, so that the script identifies from which variable it has to assign to which variable. The script, by mean what a script I'm meaning is that the CodeSys will put it to the OPC server, and then Modelica will put this put its variable to OPC server. So there's a script in between to get that variables from OPC server of CodeSys to OPC server of Modelica. So that to link map these variables, there's a script, and that script needs this template as such. So indicating the first character I or O, saying that from where it should assign to what. So it'll assign I to O or O to I. So actually O to I it'll assign. So you have I tank level, I wall opening feedback, I tank volume flow rate. That is from Modelica. Next it is to Modelica. So there's another global variable list that is going to Modelica. So that is O wall opening. So what here it is that from CodeSys, I'm sending this variable to Modelica. That is here. So you can see that I wall opening and then O wall opening. So the variable name is consistent here and here. Okay. Up till here, is there any doubt? So two global variable list I have created in CodeSys so as to share the data from CodeSys to Open Modelica or access the data what we are getting from Open Modelica to CodeSys from to Modelica. So there's one more global variable called global variable list called common, which has three variables. One is heartbeat. So this heartbeat is a communication status indicator. So it will indicate that if it is true, it will indicate that both CodeSys and Open Modelica are connected. So the data is being shared between them. So if this is false, it indicates that communication between them has been broken. And this is other next variable is model simulation start. So here in Open Modelica, you were doing the start stop of the model. So that now will be done through CodeSys. So you will just execute the model, but you won't start the simulation. The start of the simulation will be done through CodeSys and even the stop of the simulation. So simulation start and simulation stop will be done through CodeSys. So these two variables are for that. So now, so we have created the global variable list, but it is not sharing as such right now. So to share that, you have to add an additional component called, in the application, you will go add object, add this one, symbol configuration. So since I have already added it, it won't appear here. It won't appear here, that symbol configuration. So that is here. So this symbol configuration is the one function which is sending the direct variable what we declared in global variable to Open Modelica server. So here we have declared the variable, and this symbol configuration will actually send the variables to Open OPC UA server. So this now it is in red because I haven't built it. So as soon as if you build, yeah, so you can see all the variables done from Modelica. It is here iTank variable to Modelica and then common. So these variables I have ticked. So whichever variables you want to share in the OPC UA server, you tick it. So like that, you tick it. All these variables are now accessible. So this will be there in the OPC UA interface. So now whatever next is that in the PLC program, what I've done is I've created some local variables. So so as to visualize what data we are getting from Open Modelica and put it to visualization. So one visualization I have created already, which has this set of. So this is a page for tank system. So from top, it has two buttons, simulation start and stop, and an indicator for communication is okay or not, a rectangular box indicating tank, and a bar graph or bar scale, which will show the level at any given point of time, what is the level. And here in text, it will show what is the tank level in terms of percentage in the value. Here it will show outlet volume flow rate. So this symbol indicates the outlet valve, and this value will show the valve feedback. So how much at any given point of time, what is the valve opening, and this slider where you can adjust the wall opening from 0 to 1. How before we were doing through the real expression, right? Similarly, now we are doing it through Codesys visualization. So in real time, we can change the wall opening and visualize the change in tank level. Same thing, we can use this block to enter the value also. So to visualize the data here, I have created the local variables and then assigned those local variables to global variables. So you can see from Modelica dot I wall opening feedback is assigned to outlet wall opening feedback, which is then displayed here. Same way for other 4: tank level, local variable, which is then displayed here and in the graph, as well as here in terms of number. Tank volume flow rate and the slider and the value here, what you're going to set wall opening, is given to a local variable called outlet wall opening, and then given to the global variable to Modelica wall opening, which is then sent to symbol configurations file, where it puts it to the OPC UA server. From there, through the script, it gets linked to Open Modelica here, and then it'll take that value. During the simulation, it'll run the model through with that value, and it'll give you the current level. And then these values again go back to OPC server to script to Codesys. Codesys here in symbol configuration, it'll get it. That it'll assign it to this global variable, which is then assigned to local variable and then shown here. So that is the whole flow path. I'll repeat once again the flow path. Wall opening I give from Codesys. It is then will go to symbol configuration, where it is written to OPC UA server. From server, it goes to a script. That script is what I had shown, what is there here, OPC UA client script. That script, when it is running, it will assign it. Then from that script, it will go to OPC server of Open Modelica, and then it will be written to this I wall opening, which will be taken by the model, and then corresponding to that, tank level will be simulated. Tank level values will be computed, and then that tank level, volume flow rate, and wall opening will be given back to OPC server. From the server to script, this script, that script will put it to Codesys, and then from Codesys internally, it will put to the local variable and then to the visualization. So that is the whole flow path. So any doubt up till now? So
Any doubts from the participant side?
So this is this way is how we have done the interaction or data sharing between Open Modelica, which is the simulation engine, to PLC, that is Codesys. So if there are any doubt, please let me know. I'll explain it once again, and then we can see it in running condition, how we can change how it behaves with the data sharing. Desai sir, if you we can take a small break and then join again if required. Since both sessions I'll only be taking, so I have combined them together.
Okay, let me check with the participants.
Yeah.
Participants can respond. Would you like to have a break? Because
If there is a logical break in the session, it is better to have a formal break now.
Yeah.
okay.
How long?
Yes, sir. Please go ahead, sir.
How long the break? How many minutes?
Ajay?
It's okay with me. Anything is fine. 15 minutes, 30 minutes, that anything.
Right now it's 11:15.
Yeah.
Okay. One participant has messaged that she is in the process of trying it out, whatever
Yeah.
is being discussed till now.
Sure. So one of the reason I'm asking for break is that so that you can run it, and if we are not in the same page, we can come to that. If I'm taking it a little faster or so,
Agreed.
whatever I have done till now, if you are in the same
Sir, I
page.
think you can save the recording in that folder itself, sir. This
So
session recording.
sorry, you were not audible properly.
If possible, please save this session's recording in that folder.
Yes, sir. All the recordings of all the sessions
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
will
What I
be
said is
shared in
we
the
can
folder.
just. Yes, sir. What I said is we can go through. No, in the meantime, in this break, we can go through this video. That's why I said. That's all. Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. So you mean to say that whatever the recording is being done till now, so the recording has to be shared immediately in the folder. The link
Yes,
of the
sir. Yes,
folder
sir.
is being shared to you already. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So once the session gets completed, it will take few minutes for the recording to appear in the drive.
Okay, sir. Okay.
Yeah. So it may take another few minutes to appear in the drive. So once it appears in the drive, I will be able to move it to the folder whose link is being shared to you already. I will do it, sir.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Ajay, one participant is.
Yes, sir. Yeah. So yeah, it will take some time for you to go through this. So if I can repeat myself if you want. If anything is not clear, I can repeat. So that is the main reason why I gave a pause here, so that whatever I did till now is understood, and you can catch the same part. So any part which has to be repeated, please let me know. I'll repeat it.
Ajay, I think we can have a break of about 15 to 30 minutes. What is your view?
Sure, sir. We can have a half an hour break. No problem.
Okay, then we shall resume at 11:45. Is that okay with you?
Sure, sir.
Okay, okay. 11:45.
Okay, sir. We will resume the session once again at 11:45.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.